So first you need to apply some polish to the surface.
My name is Sander Singer. I'm a pilot who wants to share his story. Join me on this journey of aviating life.
Hi guys, welcome back. We first didn't want to vlog today, but decided to unpack the camera after we did work on quite a lot of things. Let me show you. So this part you should recognize already from the last vlog. This is our elevator. It's separated into two pieces. The reason for this is that we took it apart to have a look at the so-called stringers and have a look at all of the internals. This is to examine the structure and whether it's rigid and everything's glued up the way it's supposed to be or not. We talked about how the entire elevator is built last time already from this perspective, except from the fact that this is nice and polished. What you see are the single pieces which are built inside of the wing beneath the plywood, and these are glued to the plywood on top. When you knock over here, you hear a very hollow noise. When you knock on the actual pieces of wood beneath, it's a very flat noise. What we checked was with a hammer going along every single rib here to see whether this noise would occur on these pieces of wood as well. And what that would indicate is that the plywood on top, the glue has loosened itself, and that would be a large problem. The reason being is that the beam which is built in here is actually hollow as well. Now that structure of the beam is only held up through the structure of the wood here, which in and of itself is held up again by the plywood being stuck on top. So if one of these pieces becomes loose, the entire pyramid breaks together and the structure of the piece is not given anymore. By checking whether the glue is tight or not, you actually check whether the entire piece is okay or not. As I said, this is done by going along with a small hammer and tapping every single rib individually to check for this hollow noise, and every couple of millimeters you hit it with that hammer. Now, disconnecting the two pieces of the elevator was actually rather simple. There's 3 screws which are put in, the one in the middle here, and then we have one on either side, over here and also over here. Pieces grip right into these holes here, here, and here. What we're doing today is, after taking it apart and checking for structural integrity, is cleaning up all the holes, cleaning up all the bolts, and then polishing both pieces on either side and then sealing it up with car wax to make sure that the paint is actually protected and in good condition. Something that is really important with airplanes, especially sailplanes and gliders, is that the paint work is very smooth. And this is of course important with every airplane which is supposed to be aerodynamic, but especially with gliders because they're taking every point they can get in terms of becoming more efficient. Now, by polishing the surface of the paint, you actually smoothen out the surface, and even though it's not really visible with the naked eye, you do generate a better airflow over the wing itself, thereby reducing potential drag which would otherwise be induced through rough paintwork on an unpolished surface. There's several pieces that we cannot actually check to see whether they're good or not from the outside. So to check whether pieces like these, which are bolted into the wood and then tightened behind, inside, inaccessible, instead of turning these bolts, which are actually also painted in, as you can see, we had to knock every single piece with the hammer on the side to make sure that nothing comes loose. And after doing this with every single metal hinge on the elevator, we could be sure about the fact that everything's okay. As seen last time, we need to weigh in every piece once more, but this time individually. So when we actually continue our work, we're able to document the differences in weight. And as I already said prior, that is important to estimate the weight and balance of the aircraft at a later point. So what I want to demonstrate to you today is how to correctly polish the surface of the elevator in this particular case to enhance the aircraft's performance. So first you need to apply some polish to the surface, and then you take some cotton and rub the polish into the surface. You do this very thoroughly and until it's really thinned out. You spread the polish over a wide surface until it covers the entire surface you're working on.
I told you.
So our elevator is back where it's supposed to be, on the wall. It's all polished up. We're finishing up for today. And that's all.